welcome back to another episode of CGPC Tries It. I'm Shawn Rosler, host, creator of the Coarse Grind Podcast, aka CGPC, and we are here to try some more fun stuff. What fun stuff are we here to try? Well, not just yet. First, I want to introduce you once again to who's going to be trying it with me of the MacAndChas YouTube channel, my middle boy, Chazzy. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much.
Speak up, please.
Nothing much.
So, tonight, we're going to be not in the deep end of hot sauce, which is a nice change.
Yes.
Folks who have been watching this for a little bit, I think all of the 2 episodes that we've done before, it's been hot sauce and hot cheese, right? So tonight we're going to take a break from that, and we're going to introduce you to 2 dudes from the Cole region, Keith Good and Greg Kanowicz from Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, also known as the Soupie Brothers. What is a soupy? You know, I get asked this, and I'm a transplant to the area. I'm from Northeast PA, but still, like, I can say I'm a transplant because the soupy as a concept was very foreign to me. And our good buddy Mark and some others have introduced us to it. But it still is this kind of anomaly. And what I've come to know it as is this kind of pressed sopressata-like, which the sopra is where the soupy comes from a little bit, but it's not quite the same. The soupy itself is this cured, I think we still call it a sausage, but it's hung for 8 to 10 weeks. And it's, you know, hand cured. It's dried, but not completely rock hard, so that you get a little give to it. And when they pack it up, they pack it with some oil. So it's just, it's insane. If you haven't had it, you absolutely should. And the good folks at Soupie Brothers in Mount Carmel, Pennsylvania, were kind enough to provide the show, i.e. Chaz and I, some samples to try. So do you want to start to lean into it?
Which one shall we dive into
well,
first?
I think first let's go right for the jugular.
soupy.
Let's go right for the soupy. So, folks wondering, this is what a soupy looks like. So like most sausages are round, but this is like pressed. Notice it's flat and it's broad and it's delicious and it's delectable. So I'm gonna take my handy dandy meat knife here, which also doubles as my cheese knife, and cut some off here. I know I'm going to want another piece, and I'm going to cut one more for you just because
maybe I will, maybe I won't.
I'm a giving parent. So, I mean, look right here. It's in appearance, it's pepperoni-esque, but I can't tell you in flavor, it's not completely different, but it's very different. It's just a rich, unctuous, when you use the word unctuous with a food, like soupy is what that is. It's fat, it's salt, it's flavor, everything's there. So without further ado, let's hit it. Cheers. Oh my God.
It hurts so much.
My buddy here just got braces, so we're still working through that. But how good is that? Oh my God. And pepperoni is this acidic, vinegary hit right up front. With a soupy, it's more subtle, it's more smoky, it's more soft. It's overall, I mean, that's a perfect sausage. If I'm ever gonna have one, like on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give that?
Hell out of 10.
Hell out of 10. A hell out of 10. If you remember, hell out of 10 was, I believe, the cheese episode. So hell out of 10.
Yeah, it was from the Reaper.
Hell out of 10 once again, but a good hell this time. Like, honestly, for all the soupy I've eaten, that's just beautiful. It's subtle, it's smoky, it's soft. It really, you know, the Soupie Brothers, if you go out, I'm just going to double check here to make sure I'm quoting it right, soupiebrothers.com. If you go out and look, they talk about all the cuts of pork that they use to make it, which is just absolute insanity. And you really taste every bit of that in that bite. So, again, we're talking the original soupy, the OG. For me, it's a 10. It's an absolute 10. I don't throw 10s out easily. That's ridiculous. That's insanity. I honestly don't feel like trying anything else.
Sadly, you're gonna have to.
Well, I want to believe it's going to be a letdown, but I don't think it's going to be based on how that tasted. So the Soupie Brothers don't just stop at Soupies either. So we got some samples of their other wares, which look just as good. First up in the queue, we have the Milano salame.
How do you say it?
It's from the Milan region of Italy, I would imagine the recipe is, and beyond that,
Salami.
Milano salami. Here again, when we talk salamis, here we go, this is more what you traditionally would consider. And I'm sorry, I was saying sausage before. Salami is probably more the appropriate term for the soupy, but I don't know. Maybe it's a combination between the two. Chorizo is technically a sausage, but it looks like, just a spoiler alert, they do a chorizo too. It's in the salami form, so who knows? Salami, sausage, are they interchangeable? That's up for debate. With that said, we have the Milano salami here, and it, at first smell, is the most wonderful, ever so slightly funky, hung salami smell. Like if you've ever aged beef or aged anything, like just that little bit of must on it. It's a beautiful smell, and you can smell every bit of seasoning that they've added into this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cut. So without further ado, knife again. Here we go.
Let's give it a good old
Let's give it a go.
CGPC.
I'm going to give Chazzy a smaller bite because I forgot about his braces. Dad of the year right there. I'm going to take the bigger bite because Dad of the year.
Again. That was really good.
Now see, the soupy has that nice delayed kick. This is salt pork and ever so slight season. And it just, what it is in the front is what it is at the end. Incredible. Just incredible. The most subtle, beautiful salami.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It is. It is. So, again, I don't even know how to keep ranking these, because for me, if I'm looking for just a salami as opposed to like a soupy, like that bowl flavor, like this is it right here. It's I don't want to say it's perfect. I totally ate the skin with it. I didn't skin it. I don't know if that's a thing in the salami and sausage community. Comment if you have a strong belief in it. I don't know that you do. But like you can see the casings right there. I could have taken that off. I didn't. Maybe I'm the jerk there, but we're gonna be the jerk.
I give it 3.5 demon toes out of 5.
I would absolutely. Again, I'm gonna hold their soupy as the Cadillac. And I'm gonna say that's the 10. The salami is an easy 8.5. For me, if I'm gonna dive into pork, I want that boldness. But like for what that is, that's as close to perfection as it needs to go. So speaking of spice, let's get back into it.
I like
some Spanish style chorizo. Salame. Now,
that one looks much more moist.
It is moist, which is the worst word in the world, until someone offered up damp as a counter. And that's even worse. So again, at first nose, you can get the spice that's in it. You can really kind of get a little hit of spice. And again, looks-wise, we have the Milano salami. You can see that's a little pink. And here's the chorizo. You can see the little fat pockets, which are beautiful and delicious, and the deeper redder color from the smokiness, from the spice blend. Again, that probably matches up more to the soupy. So, anyway, coarse and sausage aside, or salami. There we go, mixing it up again. Let's give it a go. Oh yeah. Again, as with any chorizo, it's like smoky paprika.
Oh, I found a fat pocket. There's a good part.
And they just melt. Oh my god. So, man, as chorizo's go, and you go into Giant, you go into Weiss, you go into Wegmans, you can get your little nonsense, chorizos, which are like this overspiced link. It's fine. This right here, This does it for me, hands down.
Oh,
Apparently
no.
it does it for him too.
A tiny bit went into the back of my throat and now it's killing me.
You gonna live? You're all right. You're all right. All right, so that's 3 out of the way. We're gonna wrap it up with a little bit of some smoked spicy pepperoni sticks. Now, in full disclosure, the gentlemen at Soupie Brothers, Keith and Greg, were kind enough to send me a package of soupy sticks as well. I want to go on record as saying, and I'm ashamed, but literally that pack of soupy sticks did not make it in the door and was consumed in about a minute and a half. I don't know what that did to my blood pressure or my overall health. No, you're not going to have any. Sorry, buddy. But they have soupy sticks. So they're like stick versions of the soupy. So I highly recommend them, by the way. They're also 10 out of 10.
They're like some
Only much better and not trash-filled. With that said, I have very fond memories of Slim Jims, so I'm not trash-talking it.
Never had one.
But this said, look at these beauties. So, again, you can see the individual care with which they take with each package. Like, look at that. This is what you want in your life. This is what you want. This is what you need. So,
you don't need hot dogs, you don't need Slim Jims,
you need this right here. You need Soupie Brothers.
Pepperoni Jims.
All right, so I'm going to cut one in half. I'm going to just give you a piece. I'm actually going to cut you a piece so you don't have to tear it off with your teeth. Okay? Here we go. Pepperoni sticks. Oh, come on. Shut up.
That's spicy, is it?
Mm-mm.
No.
That's perfect. Greg, Keith,
Well be done.
I don't know what kind of partnership you struck up with the cardiology department, but good job, man.
Hundreds of dollars that he had will soon turn into pepperoni sticks.
Oh my God.
That's delicious.
That might... See, with you being super, that's fine. Why don't you get on the camera? That's good.
I'm getting
I don't want to tank on the soupies because they're amazing. Boy, if I want a quick spice and meat hit,
That's like jerky.
those pepperoni sticks are ridiculous. So I mean, front to back, let's just overall, let's review everything we had, and then let's give an overall rating. We started with the soupy. You know, again, flattened, hung 8 to 10 weeks. You know, dried, but not completely. Closing thoughts on the soupy.
Well, now that I think about it, compared to the others, it's not a hell out of 10 anymore.
I disagree.
It's a 9 out of 10.
Wow. Wait, so the soupy took a hit? Because of their other stuff.
I can't do 10 out of 10 for everything. There's got to be placement.
Fair. For me, that's fine. I'm going to talk while I show. Who cares? It's my show. Shut up.
It's not a dinner table.
That's right. The soupy's a 10. The soupy's a 10 plus. Because it's such an art form. And what I love about it, and the more I learn about it, you know, when we think about the coal miners and how they used to go down into the mines and they had to have, you know, something that could stay with them, you know, and not go bad and be portable. There it is. And so the history of it alone is interesting. And then to carry it forward and, you know, again, if you've met anybody from the coal region, and when I say coal region for folks listening outside of Pennsylvania, you know, we're talking about Shamokin, Mount Carmel, these places where you know, coal was king. You know, it's an amazing tribute. And if you say soupy, like, you better be ready to put on some like boxing gloves and fight it out, because people are going to have opinions about that. It's amazing. It's truly amazing how like deeply they take it. So Soupie Brothers, for me, 10 asterisk plus out of 10, because I think not only is it a perfect meat, but I think you're doing your region absolutely proud. Let's move on to the Milano salami.
9.5.
9.5. Again, I'm going to stick with my 8.5. If I'm looking for this, I'm looking for heat. I'm looking for spice. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but it wouldn't be what I would go to. This is good. This is good, say, maybe on a sandwich.
That was the second best.
Yeah, all right, okay. Maybe on a sandwich, maybe on a pizza, maybe in a stromboli, But for me, yeah, and see, like, if you make a charcuterie board, which, tune in, we're going to be making one tomorrow with some pepperoncini and other cheeses. You're absolutely going to help. Yes, of course, you want that down note. You want that non-spicy, but if I'm sampling, like, keep the spice coming. So, great overall, 8.5 for me. 9.5 for you?
And you were talking about making stuff tomorrow. What about my mochi?
We're going to make mochi tomorrow. It doesn't even involve this, but real quick side note. Side note, tell everybody about the gift you got and what it does.
So, for my birthday, I got this food membership thing. My parents subscribed me to this, I don't know what to call it, but every month you get a box with recipes inside of it from different countries. My parents chose from the eastern side of the world, And so every month I'm going to get one. I've gotten Israel and world holiday treats. So I've made Croatian gingerbread men and a braised brisket.
Braised brisket. You ever see an 11-year-old trim a brisket? 16-pound brisket? Mine did. So that was pretty rad. And what's it called? What's the name of it?
Eat to Explore. EAT, number 2.
Number 2, Explore. So check that out too. There you go. Little knowledge in the middle of a review.
And we'll sponsor.
So we talked about the soupy, we talked about the salami, the Milano salami, because the chorizo is a salami. It's chorizo style. Thoughts on the chorizo?
7.5 out of 10.
You're about to get kicked off the show.
I don't like that thing.
You're about to get kicked off the show.
Like, I appreciate it for what it is, but it isn't.
It's not what you would do? So for me, again, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10.
You can't give 10.
Because it's my show. You can get off. That's what you can do. So, again, I feel like I'm evaluating actually different products entirely because, you can't necessarily hold up a chorizo versus a sopressata. They're different purposes. They're different regions. They're different reasons. So if I'm looking for a chorizo, instead of this mincy little soft link in a store, which you fry up and all the jus kind of drains out and you're left with this kind of dry piece, give me this every day of the week. This is masterful. This is artful. Again, this is handling a recipe, a style with respectful gloves. So well done, Soupie Brothers. Well done, Keith and Greg. As far as chorizos go, one of the best I've ever had, hands down. In salami form, I get it, but this is how I would want it, hands down. So chorizo, 10 out of 10. Sticks, go. 10 for you?
Well, hell out of 10.
Hell out of 10.
Hell out of 10 is 10.5 out of 10.
Okay, yeah. I would absolutely, hands down, say, as a pepperoni, 10 out of 10.
Put that on a pizza.
As a portable snack, 10 out of 10. As a portable snack that's a pepperoni, 15 out of 10. Like, I would literally forego any other portable meat products in lieu of these. These are ridiculous. These should be illegal. In addition to the soupy sticks, which I think my judgment is a little skewed because I don't have them here right now. What are these? What are these and what did you put in them?
Those are what you're not going to spend any more money on.
You can just shut your mouth because I'll do whatever I want, you big jerk.
I'm not a big jerk.
All right, so overall, Soupie Brothers, thumbs up,
Good
thumbs
job.
down. Doubles. Absolutely.
Triples.
Hands down, I'm gonna scroll my
Triples.
chair back here and make sure I get all the information right.
Quadruples.
We're a professional show here.
Yeah.
If you're looking to get in touch with them, 570-764-1761. Also 570-875-8116 for Soupie Brothers. Soupie Brothers LLC at gmail.com. And yeah, go out there, check them out, man. SoupieBrothers.com. Like, it's crazy. You need to go. You need to check them out. You need to order from them now, if not sooner. So, once again, Chaz from the MacAndChas YouTube channel. I'm Shawn Rosler, host, creator of the Coarse Grind Podcast, with you as always. And this has been yet another episode of CGPC Tries It. See ya.